Lijepi pozdrav svima i dobrodošli na specijalno izdanje emisije Hit kojim povodom njihovog nastupa u Boogaloo večeras legende njujorškog hip-hopa representing QB, Havoc, DJ L.E.S and Big Noyd. Please make some noise! How y'all doing? How's the tour treating you? How's it in Europe?
Good, real good. It's Europe, you know, always shows love to the mob, you know what I mean?
100%, I could tell, and all these people really love y'all, and I bet it's gonna be amazing tonight. Before we start the interview, I just want to say one thing. I recently watched your Nucci's Front Porch gig, and y'all killed that. Like, just seeing how good you are on the mic. Like, if anyone even has a shadow of a small sprinkle of a doubt, they should go and watch that. That came out like a month ago.
Yeah.
Was there like a live crowd there or something?
Live crowd in front of it was outside.
Yeah, it was outside in front of somebody's crib, like, you know what I mean? Like real front porch.
Real front porch.
Yeah, it's just people gathered. Like, it's not.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, like in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's sick. And let's take it back to QB. You guys are from Queensbridge, New York. They
QB.
say it's like a city within a city. It's one of the biggest projects in NY. Coming from there, seeing the whole world. That kid that grew up in the projects, how y'all look back at QB now, and has QB changed? How's it changed?
You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about QB and where we come from and how it was then until it is now. I mean, it's the same struggles, you know what I mean? You know, people going through it, trying to survive, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make it out, you know, people still had their dignity, you know what I mean? And we just that shine an example for them to be like, you can make it.
It's the outlift. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, that's what they doing. They still touring. So it's a lift up.
It's longevity as well. Like the music you did back then. I was thinking that line in Shook Ones. I'm only 19, but my mind is older when things get real. And like, you guys were 19 when that dropped. That was 30 years ago. You guys are still touring, still doing this.
Word.
I just have a quick question in regards to that. Like, that's some really profound, like, lyrics, beat making at that age. Like, I'm just curious, like, did you have mentors, or was just the peers where everyone that good at that time? Like, what kind of made y'all that good at that age?
The hood was the mentor.
The project.
You know what I mean? Growing up in the projects was the mentor.
We had Marley Marl too.
Yeah, we did. We had people. Yeah, we had Marley Marl. We had Roxanne Shante. We had things of that nature. Things to look to. MC Shan. All of that. Things to point that, like, to be inspiration from. But just everyday life in the hood, just wanting to make it out was the inspiration. You know what I mean? Because if you listen to the songs, that's what we was rapping about. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we was going through, things that we saw. You know, so I always have to give it up for the hood. Like, you know what I mean? That was the main inspiration, and it built character.
100%. That's real.
For sure.
And just music-wise, did you guys have like certain like mentors, people who kind of gave you the keys, kind of like told you the cheat codes at the time? Or
Havoc, the one, he found his own key.
Word. I mean, look, you know, back in the days, you know, like Trash, he you know what I'm saying, he kind of took me under his wing a little something, and, you know, he was doing his rap thing. But like L.E.S said a little bit earlier, a few minutes ago, like Marley Marl was like the main inspiration, you know what I mean? Was the producer from the hood, you know, that he was producing L Cool J, Bell Biv DeVoe, Bismarck, Big Daddy Kane, the whole Juice Crew. And so when you see something like that, you don't have to directly speak to these people, but just that they from where you from, that same cloth that you from, as a shorty, it make you like, I could do that
automatically.
Like we could if they did it, and you know, people say it's something in the water. Something's in the water in QB.
Something in that water.
But representation is very important. Is basically
absolutely.
And I'm just off topic. I'm a big like Tribe fan as well. And the fact that Q-Tip was working on that album as well, I don't know the dude, but he seems like the coolest dude on the planet. Like, whoa.
Q-Tip.
What was it like working with Q-Tip? That question's just for me, sorry.
Nah, he was one of the coolest dudes on the planet, because you got to remember, at the time, you know, they was popping. Trop Call Quest was on
Midnight
fire.
Riders.
You know, they didn't. He didn't have to. He didn't have to help us. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
But he did. Like, you know, he saw us. He saw that we had the ambition, we had the fire, the drive, and you know, we asked for him to assist us, and he did it hands down.
Queens.
He definitely had like a lot of technical knowledge by that time as well.
Absolutely.
Probably, right?
Absolutely. I mean, he
was a
just watching him make the beats, you know, and getting a couple of pointers from him, you know, it stepped my game up 1,000.
Oh, definitely.
Sure.
I always remember this one video. Maybe y'all guys saw it from Q-Tip. He's dropping the needle on like a Bobby Rush record. He's just making a beat off of dropping the needle on the record.
Yeah. Right.
I was just that like
looping
blew
it
my
with
mind.
the needle.
Yeah. Like,
But that's how crazy Tip is. You know what I mean? Like he's that creative. Like he's one of the most creative producers we have in hip hop today. Q-Tip, man. So my hat goes off to him every time.
and he's dope, like, to this day. Like, all the music that came out, so good. But let's talk about sampling. Havoc, your sampling technique. There's this, like, video breakdown on, you guys probably know the service. It's called TrackLib. They kind of rent and sell samples and stuff. But they have this really cool, like, online engagement where they make videos. They break down how people make beats and samples. And I'm also a producer, and just seeing everything you did to get the Shook Ones beat blew my mind. Like, how did you, were you just experimenting and putting samples together because it's all in tune?
Yeah.
You got two different parts of the same sample in different pitches, but it all works together perfect.
Right. I mean, at that point of my career, I was a new producer, so basically, yes, I was experimenting, you know. So my mind was like, let me try to make something that nobody, you know what I'm saying, and let me do it in a way that nobody ever did. So, you know, everybody was just sampling records and just too normal and too regular. Like, they sample it, oh, that's dope. They throw some drums to it, all right, that's dope. Come on, let's go. I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Let's slow that down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's slow it
all the way down.
That, you know what I mean? So when they figured out the sample 20 years later, they like, holy shit. Like, they're like, how did he, you know, it took them 20 years to find it. So that's what my mind was thinking. It's like, damn, you know, we got, it's Q-Tip is here. We got DJ Premier here. We got Pete Rock, and what can I do different?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it was just all in the matter of just trying to be different.
Dope. So just to sum it up, it basically just comes from that mentality, trying to be different, trying to make something new, competing with the best.
Absolutely.
And then you just keep trying until you figure it out.
That's it. You know what I mean? You know, that's it, man.
And just one more thing about Shook Ones, like, it's a hit on its own. It has its own legs, but like one thing that really perpetuated it, and especially for my generation, I was born in the 90s. Like, I and everybody probably in this room grew up watching 8 Mile. Like, and when you heard the news that it was gonna be like on the move, did you think it would perpetuate the song in that way, or like what are your thoughts in that moment?
Oh yeah, automatically I thought that. You know, first of all, your song being in any movie is like kind of dope, right? But then Eminem movie, he already was larger than life, right? Mm-hmm. So I already knew that it would introduce the song to a new audience. So we was excited about that.
Dope. And one of the first videos of y'all I personally saw on like MTV was for The Learning. And decades later, I love it because the video is so simple. It's just you guys vibing in the club, the girls, the fashion, everything was so dope. And to be like a little kid seeing that just felt so real. It's like, that's how you guys are living. But what I'm getting at with the question is, like, back then y'all were hip hop to the core, 100% going in, but that's still a song to this day that you can play in the club. Do you think that that's something that might be missing from hip hop today, or do you even not want to look at it like that?
I mean, it was a hit. We knew it from when we heard it in the studio. Back then, we would go in the studio and go downstairs and play a tape deck inside the car. It sounded really good in the car, then you know you had something. Today music, I mean, I'm pretty sure that probably not done the same way, but you know a song when you hear it. You know what I mean?
100%. But I was getting at, like, I feel like there's this might be my personal, you can totally disagree with me, but I feel like it kind of divided. Like there's hard hip hop, but they do it on like drumless beats, this kind of thing. But then there's like the party hip hop. It feels like there's a space missing in the mainstream where like you guys were literally popping, like doing big numbers and everything, but y'all still making hard songs.
Yeah. Look, hip hop, the landscape has changed. Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? So now you got the drumless beats, like you said. Then you got these other kind of genres, and you know, it changed. But what goes around comes around. You know what I mean? The music that we made is still being listened to today, you know, and being celebrated. And so we're gonna just champion that all the time. And whatever other music is out right now, you know, we're gonna respect it. It's hip hop.
Definitely, I think. Well, that's definitely the right attitude.
I mean, it changed. Music changed. So that's what it is. But the records that we produce and have produced, they just here, and they here probably because the way we made them. We didn't care about the radio. We wasn't really looking for radio records. I don't think Hav was at the time. They were just making beats and rapping. So
you were just doing your thing.
That's what you get. You get it from the heart.
That definitely, that's something to take away from this. And I just wanted to make a little. Kool G Rap was in Belgrade like literally a week ago, and I saw videos of him performing, and he's still like blowing the crowd away. And we played the Realist earlier as well while you were coming here, and I was just thinking like, what was that like for you guys? Was he something you were looking up to as a shorty?
I mean, come on.
G Rap.
G Rap. Hell yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he had family in the project, and he used to get out the car with his son, and he had a little biscuit hanging off his hip, and I'm like, oh, that's G Rap right there. Oh God, like, just, you know, it's Kool G Rap.
Yeah,
so he mattered that much.
Yeah, so doing a song with him, it was like, you know what I mean? You gotta try to not fan out. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta complete the mission. So we just did the song Alchemist on the beat, of course, you know what I'm saying, early Alchemist.
Yep.
It was just a perfect combination.
And that's such a legendary song. Like,
absolutely.
It puts you in the mood, and if you're in a certain mood, it also is kind of therapeutic, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to it all the time to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just remember, again, that's Queens. You know what I mean? Kool G Rap from Queens, we from Queens, so it meshed really good together.
Dope, that's so dope. I'm so angry I missed that show. It was like a couple hours drive, but work is work. And you mentioned the Alchemist, since his like, you've been with him since his like very beginnings and everything, like, and seeing him, I think he properly got his flowers in the past 5 to 10 years, like doing all these big like features and stuff like that. But like, you were with him from the beginning. What was that what you saw in working with him? Like, how did that kind of connection happen?
How did the connection come about?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, Mobb Deep being who Mobb Deep is, we going around the world and we traveling, we meeting people. He was affiliated with DJ Muggs, you know what I mean? And then we had other affiliates that was down with us, so they all hooked up and they met Alchemist, and then eventually he came into the Mobb fold. And he was living in New York at the time, so he was making beats, and the beats was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no question.
Just for, you know, somebody that was unknown at the time, the beats he was making, they was like professional grade, you know, even at that time. So it was. And
he was like super young at that time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just a little bit younger than us, you know. So it was only right, you know what I mean, that we gravitated towards one another. And if you look at him today, you're not surprised at where he's at, you know what I mean, because of the work that he put in from back then.
Definitely. And it just reminded me, y'all worked with 50 Cent before he blew up as well, right?
Yeah, bump that and clap those things.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that. Yeah, man, like way before 50 blew up, you know what I'm saying? I was working on the album, you know what I'm saying? And I said, yo, I want this MC on my album. Happened to be 50 Cent, you know what I mean?
You heard him somewhere live or something?
He used to put out a lot of mixtapes. You know what I mean? He put out a lot of mixtapes. So I was I told my manager, Chris Lighty at the time, like, yo, I want to get this artist, you know, saying 50 Cent on my record. They had him in the studio the next day. Come to find out, Chris Lighty was managing him. Chris Lighty was his manager. So I was like, oh, shit. So we did it. My album never came out. The songs kind of came out, but my album never came out. But 50 came out, you know what I mean? Like a year later, and it was crazy.
Hella came out.
Yeah.
And like, so you basically got to see like a whole bunch of artists before they blow up, and it's like, what do you recognize in these people before they blow up? Like, what are the signs? Kind of, is there some signs you can recognize? Is it something you can say?
Originality.
Yeah, it's just original.
You know, originality. You know, look, hip hop is filled with a lot of rappers. This is really saturated. So you have to look for the originality. And 50 Cent had that. He had the personality. You know what I'm saying? Originality.
And he had the work ethic. He had that drive.
Yeah,
like,
mixtape after mixtape.
Yeah, because I was with Trackmasters making beats, and I did one of the joints, Corner Bodega.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was just up in Bearsville just working, he was up there just, and he just was, his work, I was like...
Hungry, he was hungry.
Yeah, he's gonna be somebody.
Yep.
Dope. And I can't also not mention Nas. You're putting out an album for Mass Appeal this year. That's in the works, or is it going to be this year? What's the current situation with that?
Man,
what are we allowed to know?
That's a done deal. That's a done deal. We dropping that in August.
Door closed on that.
Yeah. It's a done deal. Everything is, you know, we just getting a few samples cleared.
Okay.
We off to the races. You know?
So that's usually the legal side of things is what's always causing the wait.
Yes. Clearing a couple of samples. The things that the fans they don't need to know about that. But you know what I mean? Between, you know, saying us like, you know, it's on and popping. August is going down.
Man, I can't wait.
Versus. Oh my God.
Oh my God, guys!
Official new Mobb Deep album. Havoc and Prodigy is going down.
Guys, I'm getting goosebumps right here, yo. Last thing I want to say, we can go on for days. Time's running quick. I just want to take this opportunity to invite people to come to your show tonight.
Yes,
Boogaloo.
Pull up.
19.6. je danas. Dođite večera sa Boogaloo, imaš nešto karata. And we're also going to use this opportunity to give the mic to the audience. We got a little Q&A going on. I bet they got hella questions ready. Y'all made me want to drop a verse too. Would you be down for that?
Yeah, I'll let Noyd.
Yeah.
Got a freestyle.
Let's do it.
All right, let me find a beat real quick. We'll get the technician, get the mic in the audience. There we go. Put that up. Put this down. You are on mic 4. Let's go. This is Koolade on the beat, Croatia.
Croatia. Let's go.
You ready? That's how we do it. Queensbridge is in the building. The dozen block, rapping Noyd. Hey yo, that's my word, homie. We don't play around here. That's what you heard. Cause when it's on me right there, no reason to be scared. My gun's right here, and assume my goons, they somewhere near. I'm hoodie, I admit it, but dig it, boy, I'm real. My diamonds, they blind them girls when they stare. I scoop when I put in my coupe, then I peel. You know they be loving that Ben symbol on the rail. I stash Glocks up in my stash box for real. The cops got the streets a lot like jail. Cause it's hot with imaginary bars around the hell. Niggas blind and they pitching them dimes, they know the deal. And some walk around with $150s on their grill. A kid ate his face like a Happy Meal. That's the hood, the money's good, but the streets is real. It's deep, you can't even sleep, a wink on the red.
Woo, Big Noyd rapping.
Yeah. Yo, I got one more sick beat, yo.
Yeah. Let's get 'em.
Let's fade that. All right, one more. This is Flowdeep. Flowdeep is in the building. Make some noise.
What up?
This one's mean.
I've been patiently, blatantly gripping my snub, and I ain't frontin', son, I touch some. Eat one of you scrubs, don't hate on me. Pray for me, you're taking in blood. It's nothing new, is what I do. I see them with slugs, but I.
This fire.
Yeah, it's hella sick.
Hey yo. I've been patiently, blatantly gripping the snub, and I ain't son, I touch some. Eat one of you scrubs, don't hate on me.
pray for me or take it in blood. It's nothing new, it's what I do. I see them greeting with slugs, reaching out pump machine guns, slugs in they lungs. They don't believe in beef until they see when it's brung. I run up on your loved ones, I hit them with a stun gun and torture them. So I see what you offer for ransom. Look, I'm thugged out, I'm gully and handsome. Am I many good? Go to any hood and ask them. Now who be the best, who living what they rapping, what you ask them. Who walk around with Mac 10s, a passion for strapping. See each one, teach one, and this is what's happening. I'm the new numero uno, the number one captain sending shots. You taking cheap shots when you rapping. I hope all falls. Only God knows what'll happen, motherfucker.
Oh, damn. I'm so thankful for this, guys. This is so dope.
Yes.
Hey, let's take some questions from the audience. I see Sven already has the mic in his hand. He's a dope MC as well here from Croatia. We can hear you loud and clear. Speak loud.
Yeah, so quick question. First of all, enough respect to all of you and the foundation you left behind. Big ups. And a question I have to ask is for Havoc. Actually, I know you're like, you have a sharp memory. I watched some of your interviews and thing. And the thing I wanted to ask is actually about one track from Murder Music called It's Mine. I know about the sample. It's you some kind of like a Scarface, maybe original soundtrack came into your hands. It's little to less. It's little to say that it's like an amazing beat and everything. But I'm more interested in Prodigy's verse. If you can maybe recall on time maybe you first heard his verse or something, because like. With the style like a newborn child, it's still, it's kind of an amazing song all in general, but if you can maybe recall on the day you made that song.
When he bodied it.
I remember when I made that beat, everybody like was going crazy in the studio, especially Prodigy, you know what I mean? And he just sat there in the studio. It took him a long time to write. It was a few hours. But when he wrote the verse, and he spit it in the booth, it made me throw my rap away. You know what I'm saying? I threw mine away, and I had to do mine over because his verse was so good. But you know what I'm saying? God bless Prodigy. You know, he was a dope MC for sure.
Kool-Aid in the building.
All right. Kool-Aid. Yeah, that first beat, that was me.
Fire.
As a producer and a beat maker, question to both of you, Havoc and L.E.S. What did you use to make your first beat on? What do you use nowadays? And can you tell me like your go-to tools throughout the years?
So let me tell you a funny story. I was using the SP1200, and then Hav was like, "Nah, no, that don't sample right. You gotta get the 3000. You gotta get the MPC." So MPC fans from him, and then I don't know where it went from there. It was just straight MPC for real.
All right. And for me, I started with the EPS Plus and Sonic keyboard. I started because Prodigy's grandmother, she bought Prodigy some equipment. She bought it for both of us, but she was a beautiful woman. She was wonderful. She was amazing. She watched us as kids and said, "Let me buy her some equipment." So one of them was a Sonic EPS Plus. And that's where I ended up making like tracks like Shook Ones and stuff like that. And later on, I would move to the MPC 60. And today, currently, I'm working on the Native Instruments Machine because it kind of reminds me of the MPC. You know what I mean? Like it's more like you can see it on the computer and stuff like that. So
it's more computer innovative.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just computer based. It's just more easy, user friendly.
Yeah. Next question.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to our
Thank you.
Region. So, I don't know, me personally, just 2 days ago, I realized that the Prodigy University, it's tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
So it's just blown my mind.
That's crazy,
I don't know, rest in peace, Prodigy.
Yes.
We do some parties in his honor. He was 5 years in our country, and so it just question for me is all these years after his death, did you have the chance to perform on this date?
You know, thinking back on it now, I don't ever remember ever performing on the anniversary of his passing. No, I don't. So that's thank you for mentioning that.
Yes,
Word.
it's a special
Thank you.
day.
Yeah, it is. It's one. Yeah.
Because it blows my mind.
No,
you know,
yeah,
it was 2 days ago when this thing happens. 19 on 20. So it's a big day.
Yeah, it is. And thank you for pointing that out. For real.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
R.I.P. Prodigy.
Someone else.
So someone.
Juice in the building.
I'm the one, bro.
Juice.
Hey, first of all, I have that honor and respect to listen Mobb Deep whole my life. You know, everybody talking about infamous time, you know, but first time I saw Mobb Deep on UMTV Raps, it was like juvenile hell, peer pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were kids, and I was more younger, you know. So you learn us, me and my crew, we're from Belgrade, Serbia. You learn us how to walk, how to talk, how to act on the streets, you know, and all that stories from Queens, you know, you've been through to get out the project, you know, we do the same in our hood, you know, so it was unique growing up, you know, so thank you for that. It's much more. It's much more than music and rap, you know, and of course you were the maybe the biggest influencers in our music and our rhyme style and beat style and everything. So when I met you in Ljubljana, you know, Havoc was crazy that night, you know. But when I saw Prodigy, you know, I said, yo. He looked me in the eyes. I said, yo, man, since peer pressure. He said, I know. So that was it. Noyd, bro.
Yes.
You're the man, brother.
Yeah.
You're the man. Big Noyd is a godfather of Mobb Deep, you know, always loyal to the whole crew and big support on the stage. Your vocal is dope and L.E.S.
Thank you.
So thank you for collaboration we have and have a good time.
Thank you.
We can only take a few more questions.
Come on.
Don't be shy. This way.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, cool. First of all, I want to give flowers to these three gentlemen over here. I had a chance to see them live, have at P a couple of times. First time was, I think, Frauenfeld Swiss. Second time, Fresh Island, legendary show when me and Philly call you guys 2 days before the show and you jump on a plane in Sabar Festival. It was awesome. It was crazy. And third time was Slovenia, Ljubljana. Every time they killed it. Mobb Deep, one of the legendary, iconic New York groups of all fucking times. That's my opinion. But I want to give the flowers to you guys. First of all, to Noyd. We've been rocking with the Noyd, listen to his music from first up, you know, the Mobb features, then Shoot 'em Up, and all these songs coming up and popping. And I had a chance to see your show in Vienna a couple of months ago with Noyd on stage doing P verses. Maximum respect for that. He killed that. He's a phenomenal rapper, and everybody who didn't expect that is going to be surprised. It's really dope as fuck. So
thank you.
Salute.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come see the show tonight.
Pull up. The mob is here.
Guys, as producers, I got a question for you. Besides Mobb Deep production for Have, what's your favorite beats? And of course, the same question, what's your favorite beats you did as a producer? Because as Havoc, you know, he's a phenomenal producer. He did so many joints for Mobb Deep plus for other artists as Big Pun, but also L.E.S. doing crazy joints for years. My favorite one is Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Rush, that's my shit.
I like the Glamour Life. The Glamour Life Punisher, Big Punner.
I think you did that.
Say it again.
Favor for Favor.
Favor for Favor with Scarface. Yep, on Nas. Yep.
So many joints.
And you're on Illmatic.
Hey, life's a bitch, then you die.
Yeah, that's why we get high.
He is doing so many good tracks.
Thank you.
I don't have to tell you about Havoc's legendary gems. Favorite joints from you and from you, 2 or 3, whatever. Thank you.
That's your favorite, or you want me to say?
No, your favorite songs. You did.
Glamour Life.
Okay.
And Sugar Hill for AZ.
Oh, you did the Life's
Bangers.
Oh, I did Life's a Bitch, of course. That's a class. I can't even talk about that record. That's like over there somewhere.
But not Mobb Deep songs.
No Mobb Deep songs. Why for Jadakiss. And I don't know, Live Nigga Rap with Nas.
Fire.
Dope.
Favorites.
Fire.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got time for one more question. Anybody have a question?
Yeah.
You?
Big clap for everybody.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Salute to everybody. Thank you for coming to our country. It's a real pleasure seeing you all here. It's my first time, and I'm looking forward to the nice show. I have so many questions, but I have to pick one, I guess.
Pick one.
I'll go back, way back. You and Prodigy met when you were 15 in High School of Art and Design, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
At that time, you started working together as Poetical Prophets, right?
Yep, you got it.
And at that time, Prodigy turned down the Jive Records deal.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys already had some material that you were guys keen on? Because, you know, working with Jive at the time was a huge deal, right? So I was wondering if you already had singles like the big Shook Ones or Survival of the Fittest that kept you on like, okay, I want to do this and I don't want to go solo.
Yeah, nah, we definitely didn't have no songs in the chamber. You know, like Shook Ones wasn't even thought of yet. You know what I mean? But it was just that me and him early on got along so well that he just was like, F, you know, Jive. You know what I mean? Like, yo, let's make a group. So we formed a group. We took a chance. We didn't have no songs, but our chemistry was good. You know what I mean? And so we just took a chance on the chemistry. And when we started making songs, it just, one thing led to another. You know, we was Poetical Prophets first. You know, we had our first record deal. That really didn't work, but we didn't give up. We kept going, got with Loud Records. They had Wu-Tang Clan, and it was just us. And then it was over.
Well, thanks to Prodigy, he chose their way, and thank you guys for being here. And thank you for your music, and to everybody over here. Thank you.
And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for coming to Zagreb and for doing this. You can see how much it means to these people.
Yes.
Please
Thank
make
you
some
for
noise for
having
yourself
us.
as well.
Yes, thank you.
Vidimo se večeras. Dragi ljudi, vidimo se večeras u Boogaloo. Start je u 8 sati. Vidimo se. See you at Boogaloo, guys. Thank you very much.
Boogaloo, see ya, pull up.